Hello and welcome. I am Raziel. I play several tabletop games, and still today my favourite are the small skirmish games like Wild West Exodus, Deadzone, and of course Necromunda. The smaller scope means it's a shorter game, it's more frantic, and I can deliver a good narrative with it as well. However, there is something Games Workshop can learn from both Mantic and Warcradle. That is their starting kits. These aren't the starter boxes, such as Showdown at Retribution, and the Deadzone equivalent or Hive War, but a starter kit that includes all you need to play the game without the models. In the Deadzone version, you get the core rules book, the force list book, and a counter sheet. In Wild West Exodus, the rules and gubbins box, you get the rulebook, the action card deck, adventure card deck, template set, tokens, counters, and the dice. Mantic also does this for Firefight, as Warcradle does with Dystopian Wars and Mythos games. As mentioned before, they do have their own starter sets, but what if you don't want the factions in these boxes? Mantic for Kings of War do a whole range of boxes for this, with different forces. It's why I got the War in the Holds box. I like Goblins and Ratkin. Whereas the Showdown and Retribution box, I'm not a fan of either the Union or the Enlightened. The new models look great, but just aren't my choice to start with. I prefer Lawmen or Warrior Nations. I'm also going with the Watchers now too, because little grey aliens. Necromunda, I'm only really a fan of Cawdor. So unless you want to start with Delac or Escher, you're going to have to start. You'll still be playing the same amount as Hive War. Right, I'm using Hive War, not Ash Waste, because this is about the basic game, not including the vehicles. Now, we get everything separately, and I kind of had to guess around about £15 for a template, but we'll go for it. The gang is £28, the rulebook is £37.50, and the dice are £24. This brings you up to £89.50. So, the templates will be, let's say, even if you say £10, you're saving 50p. And there is no reason to go down this route, and it means, yep, it's barely cheaper, barely, to start with a Hive War box. Now, I'm not going to include the terrain with this because this is about people starting with the faction they wish. Now, the Deadzone starter set is £90. Rulebook and counters are £30. Force which you wish to go with is £25. And the dice, this is the combat dice, are £10. And I'm going to have to go £5 for the 8-sided dice. Mantic don't do these, so. But you are paying less as £20 for the starter set. So if you wish to add another force, that would be another £5 on top. So you'll be paying £5 more than if you've got the Deadzone box. But that £5 will be giving you more choice. Wild West Exodus Showdown at Retribution is £85. Rules and Gubbins box is £25, Posse £35. And so you know, for this one, I actually chose the Tribal Retribution one, as I love that box. It's a nice looking box. And about the average price too. So it's £60 in more. And you'll be paying an extra £10 if you wish to do 2 posses. I did this, this is what I bought just the other day. I chose Tribal Retribution and the Amber Clade posses. So I paid an extra £10 for the choice of being able to use both these, and not of course, the Enlightened or the Union. And I will say, you do get a lot more, but this is about starting the games, and you don't need much to start these games, which is why I like them as well. Sets like the Wild West Exodus, Rules and Gubbins give so much freedom to players, as I mentioned, especially if you don't wish to use the factions included. So when you have a choice of factions, why would you want your players to be shoehorned into certain ones? Or force them to pay the same amount as the starter set, just to go with the ones they want to use? I don't like this, because it kind of restricts players. It's one reason I don't play much Necromunda. And I do play a lot more Wild West Exodus, because of the amount of choice I got. I got 3 posses for Wild West Exodus. I got Lawmen, Tribal Nation, Retribution, Tribal Warrior Nation, and now I've got, my Watchers as well. And the fact is, I love painting them and I love making them. But I have the choice to do that because I didn't have to go out and buy the big box and be stuck with 2 forces I didn't want. And that's it. So, Anyway, what's your thoughts on this? Should Games Workshop do a box where it has the dice, templates, book, all in one, and allows you to just pick that up with a gang of your choice, or are you okay with the start boxes they do now? Anyway, leave your comment down below. As always, I hope you have a great day. Links to Element Games, Barbarian Planet, my t-shirt, my comics, and of course Patreon if you wish to give me £1. Honestly, I should really do more. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hope you all have a good day. Probably going to burn this out for another 2 minutes, usual thing. And see you all soon. Have a great one.